Welcome everybody to the Exploring the Depth of the Sung Style 73 Forms. The Sung Style is a beautiful style, and 73 Forms is just got everything. And Mr. Sung, the creator of the Sung Style, and this is the youngest style of all Tai Chi styles. If Mr. Sung were alive, he's probably around 165 or something like that. So it's relatively new. And Mr. Sung just typifies so many things that I admire and appreciate. He himself is a really hard-working person, and he's so visionary in his own time. And he was over 50 when he learned Tai Chi. At that time, he was one of the best experts in Xingyi and Bakwa, which were two really high-level internal martial arts in China. And yet, he had the opportunity to learn Tai Chi. And that was really interesting. Another way that typifies what Mr. Sung is, he didn't know this man, Mr. Ho, but Mr. Ho was in Beijing and he was sick. And Mr. Sung, without knowing who he is, take care of him, put him in a hotel and get a doctor to look after him. And when Mr. Ho recovered, he stayed in Mr. Sung's house for 3 months. And Mr. Ho is one of the creators of Wu Ho style, and he is a Chang stylist, Tai Chi expert. And he taught Mr. Sung Tai Chi. And within 3 months, Mr. Sung has got the real crush of Tai Chi. So there's so many things. Here's a man who's over 50, who's an expert in his field, and he's still willing to learn another arts. And here's a man who's over 50 and can get the key, the essence of Tai Chi in 3 months. And yet he is no doubt in history one of the greatest masters in Tai Chi. So that sort of says so many things, that you don't have to be started from young, you don't have to be purely one thing. You can be as high up as you can, and hardworking, visionary is part of Mr. Sung. He was the first person who write books, Tai Chi books. In his book, he's the first person to say Tai Chi is for health. And he is the first person to teach women publicly, which was a big thing. By the way, the Chang's village where the Tai Chi come from, in Chang's village, they would not teach anybody outside that village, outside the family clan. And they would not teach their daughters, because daughters marry somebody who's not Chang. Because you can't marry somebody of same surname. That means it's part of the family. So they had to marry outside the village. And therefore, they don't want the arts to go with the daughters. But if you are exceptional daughter-in-law, then they will teach that lady. That means when you're married to Chang's village, in those days, when you're married, then that's it. It's like a jail forever. You cannot get out of it. Except the only way to get out of it is when your husband get a piece of paper and he write down, I hereby divorce you, give you the paper, that's it, bye, you're gone. That is horrible. And but Mr. Sung is not like that. He honor people of any race, any sex. He teach openly, and he write books about Tai Chi for health. He himself is an orphan. And if you look at his Tai Chi, the Sung style can look so simple. Of course, you all know Sung style. And yet, there's so much depth and so much energy within it. And that's like Mr. Sung. He looks like a skinny man who's not very big, but there's so much power within him. So all those is what I love about Tai Chi. And like lots of people, hopefully, obviously you're not like me, but when I first saw Sung style, I was so immersed practicing chain style, and it was just so. I was so fallen in that I wasn't impressed with Sung style. It looks, even though my teacher did it incredibly well, of course, it's great. He's the composer of 73 Fong, Professor Meng. I've been learning from him and his wife. They're both great Tai Chi people, and he created 73 Fongs. And of course, it's great, but I was so keen in learning the chain style from his wife that I kind of regret and didn't have that urge to learn the Sung style. And when I start trying it, just within minutes, it got me, like the chi, the feeling, and then of course I spent many years to discover the depth and the feels and enjoy Sung style. And for most of you are part of the Tai Chi for Health community, you will know every Tai Chi for Health Fongs have Sung style in it, because it's just so wonderful, and I can't honor him enough. So I'm so happy you guys are here, and we will have fun and enjoyment exploring this wonderful set of Fongs. And I would just going to give you a bit of an outline what we're going to do. I will start with the warm-up exercise, and then we'll do a section, a bit more than a section, each quarter of the time. I will do the Fong with you, and then I'll break it down and explain the internal energy, the deeper part of those Fongs. I'm assuming you know the Fong very well, and we're going to sort of look at the more internal, inner aspect and the depth of this aspect. And then when I finish going through that section, we're going to a breakout room where I have many of my great colleagues. They are all really great experts on the Sung 73. Most of them are master trainers, and they will take 2 or 3, at the most 4 of you, and you practically have a private lesson with them. They will work with you with the Fongs. That's essentially how we're going to do this throughout the next 4 sessions. 2 days, each day divide into two sessions of 1 hour each. And in between were time to chat, to see what other groups doing, and to ask questions either to the facilitator or to me. That's what we're going to do, and I'd like you to know all the sessions will be recorded, and you will receive a copy of the recording, giving me time to edit it and get it right first. We have the recording for at least a month, so you can go through what we did. So you don't have to remember or make notes about anything. You can just totally engage into what we're doing together. And if I talk about things that you not quite totally understand, it's okay. It's in the recording. And also, I'm really assuming you know the set well, the precisions, the steps. All those are at the online lesson, at the instructional DVD, which you can go back again. And a lot of people told me when they go back to my DVD or online lesson, they were surprised what I have hidden there that they thought they didn't see before. So I'm sure you will have some experience, and then go back to the recording of what we did again, and I think you'll find there's some interesting things for us to work together and to develop your Tai Chi. So, before I start, I'm going to introduce, or Ernie, I'm going to first introduce my workshop team. That's Ernie. Can you show Ernie?
Hello, everyone. Welcome.
Yeah, you probably don't need introduction. She has been writing to you and talking to everybody. And then Pat is the manager for USA workshop team. That's also a master trainer. And Evan, you already met. It's my son-in-law who also learned Tai Chi from me. And Evan is going to coordinate the digital aspect of this workshop. And Ernie is going to introduce the facilitators. And then when you go to the breakout group, then we'll like you to introduce each other and get to know everybody. So Ernie, please.
Hello, welcome everyone. Another wonderful workshop. We're looking forward to working with all of you. Please enjoy this workshop. I know you will. We have a large group, which is wonderful. And we have several master trainer facilitators. Bill Pickett, Richard Link. Yeah, Richard Link. Marta Venegas, Pat Lawson, Pat Weber, Janet Crum, Hong Yang, Fiona Black, Darcy Alexander. Did I miss anyone?
Sylvia is Sylvia.
Oh, and Sylvia Das. Sylvia Das, yes, from India. Okay, I believe that's all.
Right.
Okay, let's start. There will be time for questions, but let's start moving with me, please. Do find a nice space. We're going to start with the warm-up exercises. Please walk around, loosen up, get the blood circulating, and smile. Standing tall, but not tense. Tuck your chin in gently. Allow your shoulder, elbow, fingers to song. Gently stretch them. Bring your hands up and breathing in slowly. Chin back as you press your hands forward. Push against the gentle resistance and slowly bend your neck. Chin back, forward against a gentle resistance and slowly bend your neck. And the third time. The second neck exercise, I'm going to do mirror image to you. Turn to 70% of your normal range of motion and come back. And each each subsequent turn, go just a little bit further, but very well within your comfort zone. And always work well within your comfort zone. Anything you feel uncomfortable, then do what you can well within that comfort zone and visualize you doing what I'm doing. We go into the shoulder, roll forward very subtly once, twice, 3 times. Then roll back gently once, twice, 3 times. And song your upper limb, breathing in, breathing out, bend to what's comfortable to you. Gather the chi and put that inside you. And one more time. And while you're there, we can join to the next by moving in gentle, curved, circular movements. And now we're going to visualize stretching your spine. As you breathe out, contract your pelvic floor muscle and gently stretch the spine. Remember what we talked about early on, that there will still be slight bends in your joints, so we never overextend our joints, but internally you can feel the joint are strong and you gently stretch internally. Externally, we always have a reserve. Now we're going to do the second exercise. Turn using your dantian to carry the ball to one side. And make sure your dantian is connected to your palms. The dantian directs everything, coordinate the whole body. Okay, one last turn. Then we're going to do the hip forward, backwards. Keep hanging yourself well balanced, and you can hang on to the wall or sit down and visualize doing this. But make sure you're well balanced. Changing feet. Feel the stretch of the body, center in the middle, and your energy stretch in 2 opposite directions, like expanding your chi. And the last one coming up. Then we're going to do the knee. Touching down, no weight. And if you're comfortable too, you can stretch it further. And the other side. One more each side. The next knee stretch. Heel, foot, then your weight forward. And the last one. Palm on top of the dantian. Heel, toe, heel, toe, and change side. Heel, toe, heel, and change side. And the last turn. Have a little shake. So the 73 phones has 6 sessions. So we're going to do a little bit more than one section. You don't have to remember anything at all. Follow me, and when I stop, then we can stop together. And then I'll go through those phones. So I'm going to start from the very beginning, and please follow me. First, cleanse your mind. Think of Wu Qi, that is, think of nothing. Then, come to your body and feel, be mindful where we are. Check your posture, standing tall without being tense. And let's commence. And we're going to finish after open close. Okay, so I'm going to start from the beginning. The beginning forms, it's really important to have the good beginning. So we started cleanse your mind. Tai Chi is created based on the law of nature. In the ancient Chinese, even thousands of years ago, they are aware that the universe, I don't know how it's possible for them to see that, the universe starts from nothing, vast void. So it's called nothing, total nothing. It's called Wu Qi. Wu is nothing, Qi is the extreme. Extreme of nothing is nothing. And then suddenly, bang, this infinitive universe just come. That's called Tai Chi. Tai is extremely big, and Chi is extreme. So extremely, extremely big is infinity. So the right translation Tai Chi is infinity. So that is actually very consistent with the Big Bang theory that the scientific world still have. So it's really good to kind of think of us imitating nature. We are the product of nature as well. And in nature, everything starts from nothing. And then bang, everything was there. Not unlike all us. We started from nowhere, nothing. When we're born, here we are, the whole person, right here. And then the rest of the world comes to us. So the universe was nothing, and now there's infinity. So we started with cleanse your mind, which is really good to have moments of just nothing and back to nature, and then come back to the being and being mindful of where we are, what we're doing, mindful with your posture, and then we're going to start moving your foot, dividing both your body to yin and yang. And with the Sung style, the follow step is such a feature that everything you move, whenever you move forward, that's a follow step. And this follow step is where you step on the ball of the foot and push down and bring more energy, like deliver more energy. So every time you follow step is where you deliver energy. So from here, as you step forward, follow step, and that's delivering energy. The energy is delivered through the top of the finger and both hands. So whenever you deliver energy, it is pushing down to the ball of the foot. The energy transferred to the dantian, and then with both the hands, it deliver. That's the point of delivering energy. So it's a whole body thing. The energy comes from the foot to the dantian, and the internal energy travel to your fingers to deliver. And then it moves on without stop. So the energy sort of reach a crescendo, and then you move on. It doesn't stop. And that's just why Tai Chi is like a moving river. Every set of Tai Chi, it moves on continuously, like a river with waves, the rhythm. Each time as you deliver energy, you follow, moving on, slow down a little bit, and then that propel the next wave, and it makes your energy continue to grow and add to each other. And I guess that's why Tai Chi is so energizing. But also the flow make you feel good, that your body, life, it continue to flow on. And we are following that flow of life. Here is another leisurely time code. I'll spend a bit more time later on another leisurely time code, but here another follow step, push down, sing your dantian, and deliver energy, and then move on to single whip. Single whip is another one of Mr. Sung's specialty that I think is so open, so powerful, but it looks so simple. Open out, you can see your whole body is so well balanced. There's 70% weight on this foot, 30%, but your body is still upright. And as you open up, that's where you turn your dantian to power the opening of the hands. So that is a delivering force, breathing out and open your hands. Here, you want to move as though your hands are on a wall, and it open up with the power of the dantian to turn subtly. You are here, your dantian turn, open up. And there's several things. First of all, the force coming from your feet, the dantian, and then it power that opening up. The other thing is, you are here already more on the left side of the body. So you're going to start moving the left hand here, and you're going to move your right hand there. So the right hand move twice as long as the left hand, so that both can be symmetrical. So what you need to do is focus not only moving that speed, but giving that energy so that the right hand is slow, smooth, continuous, like our Tai Chi principle. The left hand is also slow, smooth, continuous, but half the speed or twice as slow. So that coordination takes you being mindful. Because if you don't, you will end up same speed, then this hand will be waiting for the other hand. Then your whole body is not coordinated. When your body, mind is coordinated, then your spirit is balancing or coordinated. So when you do this and trying to do that with the right coordination of speed and energy, it's very hard for you to think of your shopping or your fights with your partner. That is what Tai Chi do to us too. It helps us to be engaged, and then a mind-body integrate in seemingly simple movement. It's also the power, the key force is on this other hand, whereas weight here. So that is sort of like a paradox, like a dilemma that Tai Chi have. It gives you a balance, not always in the weights over there, that's the balance. It's sort of a different way of training our balance. So follow me from here to there, and then I'll move on. So from the beginning, think of cleanse your mind, being here. Then turn your right foot in, start yin and yang. Breathing in, bring your hands up, bring your chi forward, and your hands down. Follow step, deliver force. Turn. Follow step again, deliver force. Open, close. Looking at the right side, single, and then the next move. Open, close. So from single whip, they come up, and again you can see there's the yin and yang, that one hand goes up, and then both hands forward together with your force going forward. So this one hand up, one hand down, song your joints, and sing your shoulder, white crane flashing wing, and then join your hands forward as well as moving your force forward. Then did I go to that here? So this is playing the loop, or like playing the guitar, closing. And even though you don't follow step, there's still a force delivering move here. As you step back, your right hand comes back, your left hand go forward, and then you turn back slightly to the left. And that's where you breathe out, contract your pelvic floor muscle, and deliver your force as like a compressing tidal force. So let me just show that a little bit more obvious. You go turn to the right, I'm exaggerating it, to the left. That's how you get that compressing like force. So in actual doing it, it's very subtle. Sinking, breathing out, and then you move on. So the force delivering and then move on. Okay, so the moving on from turn, block our incoming force, pushing forward with your energy, and then block the incoming force, follow step, and deliver your force. Every time you follow step, it's a delivering force. Pushing down, push down, sing, deliver force. Okay, so let's do that from here. From here up, follow step, open, close, closing, push, push. Open, close, single whip. There's a lot of open and close. Open, close is only happening in Sung style Tai Chi. And you know what? So easy. Anybody can do open and close. But it is the feature of Sung style. And I can't tell you how many millions open and close I've done. I haven't got sick of it. It says so much. It links all the joints. So, you know, we're talking about the chi flow, saying it doesn't stop. So the open close is like a joint where it allows us to sing our chi, to regulate your energy, but it doesn't stop it. It moves on, taking the previous movement, deliver force, and then move on to the next. So open, using dantian breathing, is absorbing energy. A close, contracting the pelvic floor muscles, sinking your chi, is delivering energy. And then you don't stop, you move on to the next. So just a perfect joint for everything. There are so many open and close. In 73 forms, as you know, open is one, close is another. But it just so nice when in between the movement, you regulate your chi and you open, deliver. It's really helpful if you let your hands further from your body, so you got this energy field in front of you. And it's really helpful if you can finger pointing up, palm face each other. However, if you can't visualize your finger pointing up, and then head width to shoulder width, using your visualization, imagination to pull against as though there's a magnetic force, and the push as though there's a magnetic force. And then using your dantian breathing, making that a very, very powerful qigong movement that you can do anywhere. But in Sung style, we just make the sets with all these stabilizing factors in it. So with open close, the other thing from here is I want to talk about the Li Time code here. Open close and Li Time code is very much Sung style's theme and character. This contains 4 major energies in Sung style. And again, this happened a number of occasions. The Li Time code. First of all, step back with the right foot and the left hand go forward. So one hand is here, the other hand is next to the elbow. And here is a receiving pose. Your weight still not going back, it's still forward. Here you can just imagine if someone were to push you or punch you, one hand on the fist, one hand on the elbow. And that's why your hands and elbow, because it's really good to be connecting to joints. So when you're reaching out here, if you're reaching out and touch your friend, partner, or opponent, elbow and fist, then you can feel the incoming force. However, if you go think back, then you're not really receiving incoming force. It's just like when you have a problem, if you just step back and try to listen to incoming force, you can't. You need to stay here and listen. You don't run away and listen. When they listen to the incoming force, okay, the force is coming towards me. Instead of pushing to see who's stronger, you absorb the incoming force. And you roll down to redirect the incoming force and step back. But when you step back and yield, it doesn't mean you give up. What you do is you yield, absorb the force, your body is still upright, you still maintain your balance and your strength, that you're ready to redirect the force and deliver your solution with both hands, with the whole body, deliver your energy. So listen to the incoming energy, absorb it, redirect it to where it doesn't harm you, and when you need to, deliver your energy. And if you really, really need to, this into somebody's throat is a good way to stop an argument. But of course, that's just metaphorically talking. When someone give you a challenge, once you listen to what's coming, why is the person challenge you, or why is the person so upset? That has a very calming effect on whoever challenge you, because most of the time people just want to be listened. They want you to know what was the problem. So by listening, you absorb all that incoming force, or the angry or frustration. And then it makes sense. If you don't know what's going on, you can be as nice as whatever. It's not going to solve the problem. But when you're listening to where the thoughts coming from, you know, oh, okay, it's accept because you thought I wasn't listening. Okay, I'm listening, and here's the solution. Here's a win-win solution. Here's my piece of apple. See, like a piece of apple, and that is the other posture, offering a gift. Or if you think there's only one way, then this can be your energy to the throat as well. Depends on what they need. Because in the Tai Chi for health world, we don't fight people, we just neutralize and balance. And it's much nicer to offer a gift. Okay, so leisurely time code, open close, two very, very important movements. That's why I spend a bit more time there. And let's do it together with me from here. Forward, follow step, deliver force, open, close. I think I jump a little bit. Let's do it again. Sorry. From here. Brush knee, leisurely time code. Accept the incoming force. And this is similar. Redirect the incoming force and then deliver your energy. Single whip. Redirect incoming force and deliver. The same. Brush past a kick, deliver. Brush knee and another leisurely time code. Open, close. Shake. So start from beginning and then we finish at open close. And I would like you to work with your facilitator, my colleagues, who will work with you in small groups, practice and discuss what we gone through from beginning to there, and can you do that in 15 minutes, please? And we'll come back and talk again.
Dr. Lamb, thanks for joining us. Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
hi,
Paul.
Nastasia. Hi, Greg.
Paul,
Hi, Bill.
I've just been saying, I've just said to the boys how funny it is because in Australia and England, we say leisurely tying coat, and you are going halfway between leisurely and leisurely. I love it. I love the way the US people say leisurely tying the coat.
We
Yeah,
do
I
get the
know.
meaning across, though.
Right.
I used to go to USA and say, have a go, and they all look at me. Huh?
Yes. Well,
But
believe it or
Australian
not, I have,
Americans, yeah,
yeah,
Americans are
I have,
getting more aware of us. Well, when I tell my friend, how you doing, mate? And no one sort of raise their eyebrow.
I will tell you, going back a long, long time ago, I first met Paul in 2005. And in 2005, he didn't know what a joke was. He couldn't tell a joke. He didn't understand one. You know, he goes, huh? Somebody would say, joke, Paul, joke. And he go, oh, ha, ha. Well, over the years, as you can see, this has developed.
Training him well, Bill.
Very good. Oh, he's my friend.
Oh, I thought you were my friend before.
Oh, well, hey. It was a
Yeah.
compliment, sir. It was a compliment.
Bill, I think the thing people told me that really shocked me most was Susan Hamilton's. I don't know if you guys heard
I
this
know Susan.
story. Do you remember, Bill, what Susan say?
I do not remember it, but I know who Susan is.
Yeah, well, Susan Hamilton's a social worker. She's really caring, really nice, and she's a bit younger than me. Bill is younger than me too, so I'm the oldest here.
Not now.
She was going to my workshop. She never met me before, so she went to a workshop, and then she saw some Chinese guys, and she thought he looked lost, and she thought he needs a mother to tell him where to go. And then she was coming to talk to that Chinese guy, but he went away, so she didn't have a chance to talk to him. And next day she went to the workshop. That was me.
Ah.
And she kept it for many years before she tell everybody the story. I was so shocked. Of course, it made me very happy to look at
when you wear a baseball cap, you actually look as though you're about 15 years of age from afar, you know.
I don't think I've ever seen him in a baseball cap.
Oh, you know, like one of
All
those.
right.
No, I used to have a really knack of making myself look well, like I do feel lost. So yeah, in the big world that I was, and so I can look small and lost quite often without being conscious of that. And Sue's very perceptive. She must have actually caught me in that time. That I love workshops too. I mean, I love bookshops, and she loved bookshops too.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to see another class, but don't tell anybody about that.
No, I won't, Paul. I only share it among close friends. All right. See y'all.
See you. I'm going to another class.
Okay, doke. All right, folks. Shall we play a little?
No, and I think he finished also. He went to the 3-round sides.
Okay,
So-
we'll go on farther. Yeah,
Yeah, please.
perfect.
Hi, Hannah. How are you?
Oh, hi, Dr. Paula. How are you?
Good, good. Where are you now?
I'm still in Canberra.
Okay, great, great.
I think I will get the nationality now. For how long I'm telling them go back to Kuwait, but I don't want. I'll stick to Australia now.
Well, Canberra is a beautiful place.
It is. It is.
I was in Canberra early last year sometime when my daughter was playing with Canberra Symphony.
Ah,
And I went there for a week just to walk around the lake, and I bike around the lake.
oh.
That's where I took the picture behind me. See that picture there?
No,
this
you
picture
can tell me,
here?
Dr.
That's the lake around Canberra.
Yeah, we have
I
an
took that
amazing.
last year when I went
Ah.
to my daughter's concert, but I stayed longer to just look around.
Yes.
I love Canberra. It's a
It is
beautiful
nice
place.
and peaceful. Yeah, lovely.
Yeah, clean,
Ah.
beautiful.
Unfortunately, I missed your visit here. Otherwise, I could take you around in some places in Canberra.
Okay, next time I'm going to Canberra, I'm going to email
Please.
you first.
Yes, let me know.
Wonderful.
Lovely.
So no questions with what
Sorry?
we so far?
Oh, and you have Dr. Lamb if you have any questions with what we did so far or anything that he shared.
I found it is very nice and will describe and really it makes it more deep when I attend such workshop with Dr. Paul Lamb. It makes it really I absorb it more, you know. Yeah.
Thank you. And
Well,
you
thank
have
you.
Darcy. Yes, that's great.
Thank you so
It's
much.
fun. So
You
we
have-
can give it a second try, give it
Yes.
a go farther this time.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, I'm going to just see what happened to everybody, make sure everything's all right.
Okay.
So I'll come
Right.
back to catch you.
Thank
Okay, doke. Thank you,
Okay.
Dr. Lamb.
you.
On the left foot, pop, leisurely time coat. So you just feel that you're sinking into the full step to deliver the force. Just very lightly. Single whip behind. It's on your right foot, there's the pop. Rush knee to 6 o'clock. And turn.
Left.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You did great. Very, very good.
Hi,
Hi,
Holly.
Dr. Lam. Hello.
How's
I
your
think
class?
Dr. Lam, I think Catherine also has a question. Is that okay, Catherine? Catherine, you want to say something?
Hi, Catherine. How are you?
Hi, Dr. Lam. I'm well. How are you doing?
Good, good. You look good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Nice to see you. Yeah, I didn't have a question, so I was just going to comment on. I realised at first I was going a little bit fast, and then I realised, yeah, I was ahead of you, so I just slowed right down, and yeah, that was really nice to slow it down.
But that's okay. We don't have to do the same speed. We just enjoy practice what Dr. Lam just talked this section. Is that right, Dr. Lam?
Oh, sure.
Yeah, because
Sorry.
sometimes even we are the same person, sometimes we just want to do a little bit faster. Sometimes we want to do a little bit slower. That's all okay. Dr. Lam is very flexible to accept that.
Yeah, sure. And it's fun sometimes to try different speeds to see how your body feel, how you achieve flows. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's fine.
We just finished practice the whole thing you just talked.
Okay, that's good.
You want to say something or?
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we can do some practice together.
Okay.
Well, we did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I would do face you. Is that okay? Something different? Okay, so we start. Ready, go.
We felt Dr. Lam's chi and we all together. Really enjoyable.
We did. I thought the same. Yeah.
Yeah.
Felt the
Yeah.
chi.
See, I felt that.
Great.
Thank
That
you,
was
Dr.
nice.
Lam, and thank you, our new friends.
Welcome back. Okay, that was good. I only get to half the classes. It was really great. Let's start with a summary of how your class go. Fiona first. Oh, Bill, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, great couple of people, you know, lots of experience. Another master trainer, a senior trainer. We laughed a lot. We played a little bit. But we had a really good discussion about just discovering the spiraling energy, the subtleties of the spiral in Sun style. Good practice.
Thank you, Bill. Great.
Our group, our little group was precious. We got to run through it several times and we focused on the touchdown, sync, deliver, and move on for a session of that. And also she had a question about the hands, turning and the hands that separate and come together for that push. So it was really fun. Thank you.
Great. Thanks, Darcy.
Hi, I had a very good group and we focused the whole time on the follow step, whether it was going forward or coming back. And we were able to do it through numerous times and really focus on the force coming from the feet, but the softness in the upper body. It was wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Fiona. Yeah. Who's next?
I'm sorry, Hong is next. Give me just a moment.
Hello. Our group is from summer and winter. That is very interesting. I can feel summer, although we are in winter season here in Los Angeles. And then also Dr. Lam joined us, practiced together. It was nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Hong.
Thank you, Dr. Lam.
And Marta is next.
Can you
Go
hear me?
ahead. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I got whole thing far away from me. I was very lucky. I have a very small group, and we concentrate also in the directing the delivery force and the follow step in a couple of moments. That's me, and also in the open and close, that it looks so simple, but we were very conscious of the breathing and the movement of it. Thank you.
Good. Thanks, Marta.
Yeah, hi. We had I did unmute. It tells me to unmute myself. Had a very good group. It seems that there's a theme on focusing on the follow step, which is really good because you know, it's sort of one of the key features, I think, in Sun style. You know, we sort of talked about you know, being able to feel when it works and feel when it doesn't work, and you know, how maybe thinking about the posture and song will help the energy to flow a little bit more. And then connecting to the Dantian. So yeah, very good group, interesting and lovely. Thank you.
Thank you, Janet.
We had a really nice time going through the form as far as we had gone. And we talked about step, sync, deliver, and feeling that little bit of pressure on the follow foot. and we related it. What came up was the topic of breathing and forgetting and to breathe and holding one's breath through the form. And I said one thing that helped me with that, because it used to happen to me, was if every now and then, if you think of exhaling on the follow step at the delivery, every now and then, if you exhale with Dantian breathing, and then your body is going to take over, you're going to breathe in, and you can forget about, you can put it out of your mind, it will become a pattern. So but we had fun. We were able to do that bit a few times, thinking of those things.
Yeah, thanks, Pat. And I totally agree with that. That really allow us to be mindful we're delivering force as well. Follow step, deliver force, and just let go, and everything will coordinate. Yeah, who's next?
Pat Weber, hold on just a second. The names jump around on my screen.
Thank you. Yes, my group was an experienced trio. We went through the set a number of times as far as we'd gone. We discussed the importance of posture, because if there's one thing you want, if you're doing a martial arts, it's to be stable. And if you're leaning forward, you are not stable. You'll land on your nose. Other than that, we tidied up a few little bits, and like every other group, I think, focused on that pressure on the following step. Terrific. Thank you.
Thanks, Pat.
Yeah, we got to go through the forum up to where we stopped, and we worked on the lifting hands a lot. We had a little bit of internet problems, but we worked it out. But we're doing quite well. And the Zoom is an amazing thing, because we discovered we both have a mutual friend, even though we're on different parts of the world. It's amazing. Thank you.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Richard. Sylvia?
Yeah, I just unmuted myself. Well, my group was very well prepared, and we didn't have any specific questions, but we revised whatever Dr. Lamb focused during the first part, especially the single beat, the hands traveling different distances, then the playing the lute, delivering the energy with the dantian, and then the leisurely time code, absorbing the energy and delivering it back. And of course, like all the follow steps, delivering the energy, making it more powerful. And we had fun. Thank you.
Thank you, Sylvia. I think that's everybody. Yes? Okay. We have 5 minutes rest. You are welcome to stay and chat, or you can take the 5 minutes to have a drink or walk around, and then we'll come back again. So meanwhile, if you're here, feel free to say hello, ask any questions. Changes, I think more importantly, is the internal component, which is what I'm doing, is to share where the internal energy is, where the qi is. And when your movement is more right, your qi go stronger and more together. While there's differences, for example, Sung style, Chang style, Yang style look quite different, but in effect, the energy, the basic principle are the same. However, people do have different interpretation, different understanding, and I guess what I can tell you is that I put a lot of energy in it. I learned it from the creators, and I put my experience, my interpretation, my medical training into it. And what you see in my online lesson, my DVD, is what I feel works most and best. And it's not a bad one to follow. Don't worry about if someone's different, well, we can try my way and other ways to see which one works better for you. But the good thing is what I try to do is make sense and make sense to the body, make sense to the philosophy, make sense to your chi flow, and then when you try it up, give it time to work it out. Then you'll find what works for you best. Thank you, Sue. That's nice. Nice to see support. I'm really so passionate about Tai Chi, and it's part of me. Also, the medical training. I always want to look at what is the best and the right way. And I remember one of my training as I used before I retire. I used to train doctors, teach postgrad doctors, and then of course the college trained us to be better teachers. And one of the training session, I really liked that was getting doctors, the trainer like me, like lecturers like me, to understand in medicine and in life there are certain things we don't really know the absolute answer, and it's not. Some things are not possible to totally know, and that's not so important. It's more important to understand the reason, the direction, and the outcome, and that helped me to be more at peace when I find a patient that I've seen for years who's seeing another 20 doctors and who still doesn't know what's wrong with he or she, but I was able to do something with it using my logic and ways. And the same with my Tai Chi. There's sometimes I'm not totally clear which is the best way, but I think I'm reaching close to the right direction. And that's what I'm offering, the direction, the way to develop your Tai Chi. I think it's time to come back. It's 5 minutes up. Welcome back, everybody. Now, I just wonder if you have any question before I start the next section again. Unmute yourself or use the... I don't see any hands up. So, okay, no sound means there's no question. Let me continue, and there's still time for you to ask questions, especially when you go to the breakout group too. So let's continue going back to where we were. We were here, open, close. Okay, I'm going to stop here. Waving hands. Waving hands It's amazing movement. Chang style, stiffen. Yang style is nurturing, is different. And Sung style has this very special power that from open, close, single with the waving hands, the top hand is bend, if you can, trying to bend a little bit more without getting too tense. That sort of the yang part, so it's a little more power or a little more bang. And the bottom hand underneath is like stroking a piece of silk. So these hands are parallel to the ground. And then when you move one, in Sung style, it looks like you're moving in a straight line, but it's not. It's a very, very large curve. So there is, everything in Tai Chi has a curve. So when you move in a curve with the connection, the bottom hand is just behind the top hand, using your dantian to carry it. That, and then when you reach a corner, as you step, push your hand down to deliver force. Step in, deliver force, changing hands. It's like a rectangle with round the corner and broad curve. And then if you add to when you follow step, when they touch down on the ground, that's where you deliver force. And when you touch ground, push down and sing your chi, delivering force. And if you have done spiral force, your dantian direct that with a spiral. That make your waving hands so powerful. It's like you have an invisible chi seal out in front of you. That sort of this chi power in front moving with the spiral direction. It's really, really nice feeling. So let's do that, the waving hands together, and just feel all those things. Open, close. From here, praying the root is the same as what I talked before. Coming back, there's an inward wrapping energy before you move on to the next. And with the kick is always a highlight or a high expression. In the Tai Chi world, even when it was used for martial arts, there's a lot of self-control, self-restraint, and lots of nice feeling about it, that you never lift up your feet unless it's a life and death situation. Not only your feet can be very damaging to people, also it can be very vulnerable for you. I have a patient who did Aikido, and they were practicing kicking, and his friend just to hold the foot, no viciousness or anything, and just hold the foot and just in order to return, and that crushes cartilage. he ended up having a surgery. So it's when you kick someone, it can be really damaging, but it can also make you very vulnerable. So we never lift our feet up unless we really have to. And when you do, you lift your foot up, the focus is on the knee. The knee itself has the power. And that also, if you happen to have self-defense purpose, then your chi is there in the knee as you come out. So likewise, when you do your Tai Chi, the chi is in the knee, and then your foot and your hands balance. So your hands need to be balanced, and if you're going to deliver force with your foot, you need to look at that way. It really, I see so many people went like this, and it doesn't make sense. Your vision is where your energy is, and vision is where you direct your chi to. And if you are going to be so vulnerable or so aggressive to put your foot up for really vital reason, it doesn't make sense. You're not even looking at it. Just like somebody you care so much, and you just ignore that person. That's kind of not right. So the kick, knee first. Feel looking in that direction, and the other side, same knee, look at directions. Now, if you ever see the original videos and some books, this punching ground is, if you ever see Mr. Sun's photos too, it's like this. Don't do it, don't follow me, like this. And I feel that was not really healthy, and also you make yourself vulnerable. So with my 73 form, you still upright and you still looking at eye level, but your visual field can cover lower down. So this is really, if you ever need to use it, it's on someone's knee, patting someone's knee. So you do need to look, but you don't have to look down. In the Tai Chi, it's always important to look at least eye level where your energy is. And when I look down like this, you lost your energy and you become very vulnerable. And then when you lean forward, this way, it really strains your back. It's not very healthy at all. Keeping your back upright, activate the stabilizer, which make your back stronger, protect your back. And when you're stretching your back unhealthily, you increase chance of crushing the disc, crushing the nerve with your back. That's not a very good posture to do. So I'd like you to think of it and make sure keeping your body upright when you do this movement. So please follow me. Let's start from here. Open, close. Knee up, toe, come back, knee up, toe, then from here, this is very interesting. Turn. I'm going to show you in a minute. Okay, turning around it's a big ask. So if it is too challenging, then you can just take a couple turns to be here, turning around 180 degrees. It's just a little challenging, a big ask. So do make sure that you're comfortable. If you can do it that way, that's fine. So here, it's like your force is like a punch. The energy is here, pivot on the elbow, like that. No, sorry. It's a whole like a swing punch, all the way swing this way. Pivot on the shoulder, like a swing across, like this. So the force is here, and in case you're not convincing enough, you can just put your foot down and step on somebody's shin. And then to move the next two, that's where I find a lot of people, the timing is a bit unusual. What I like you to do is turn your fist first. So from here, turn your fist, and then one step, the first step forward, your left fist is on the right elbow. The second step forward, your fist come out. So here, along the forearm, your fist along the forearm, there's a Chinese word called threading the forearm. Threading, like threading a needle. When you have a thread and a needle, you kind of go in almost a straight line. So it's along the forearm, almost in a straight line, like a big curve, threading the forearm. So here, turn one elbow, two, the two fists almost meet, and three, two. So you time it so right that from here, the right fist bring out the right knee. That was where you accumulate to deliver your energy with your fist and your knee together. So if you let this go too fast, then this hand just hang here, and then your knee, then it's not a coordination of the body. So let's do it again. Follow me. Turn. Then turn both wrists, fist. 1, 2, and 3. And one more time. Come back. Turn both fists. 1, 2, 3, and then just step down what is naturally, pat, and step back. So if you're really flexible and if you just want to do it for fun, knowing that it's very safe, then you can pat here. But I think for most of us, this is good enough. Really no great difference. And as long as the energy is right, that you pat here, that's fine. And I get a little show off because I want to tell people that if you do Tai Chi for many years, like I do, even at age of 73, I can do this no problem. But I don't want you to do it unless you're flexible and do Tai Chi for 48 years like me, 46 years, and you feel very comfortable to do it, then that's okay. It was designed for competition, so it was designed to have some jump up and kick that way. And I think the jumping up was actually quite high risk, so I don't do that in my DVD. But for some people, this is not so high risk. If you're comfortable to, that's okay to extend yourself. And I just, sometimes I do this to show people that you can have arthritis for 60 years and you can be 73 and still flexible and strong. And if I can do it, so can you. I'm not an athlete and I've never been an athlete. Just the Tai Chi make me fit and flexible. So having said that, since I talk about the competition in China, all the competition forms, even 73 is a beautiful form, but one of the purpose of creating it was for competition, and the competition have a time limit. The time limit is 6 minutes. So if you do it in 6 minutes, I think it's too fast. I think when you go a little bit too fast, you don't have enough time to express the energy, to feel the energy. And when you do a competition, it's a different story. They learn the tricks of moving fast without looking fast, but really it's not as nice to get your energy together and express it. So I would recommend closer to 8 minutes. And if you look at my DVD, that would be roughly the right speed that you can feel the best of energy and moving right way. So I want to clarify that there's a few movements in the competition form that are changed for safety, because that's what we are. And secondly, in the timing, I recommend you slow down a bit and you can feel more of the internal elements. So follow me from here. Go. Turn. 1, 2, 3, pat, and come back. And then you roll yourself back to here. So when you come back to here, and I understand people told me this is similar to a yoga pose or yoga pose, but this is a Sung style movement. And what happens is, if someone sort of run towards you, what you could do is just hold the person, step back, and gently redirect that person here, and he's gone. That way, I'm going to just getting ready for the next position, like this. Let's do one more time. Over. Turn both fists. 1, 2, 3. Pat. Come back and so this is what we're going to do in a breakout room. You still have the same facilitator, but tomorrow we'll have a change. So you have a chance to meet other really wonderful facilitators. And let's do it together with me, what you're going to do, and then you go to the breakout room. Ready? Open, close. enjoy your breakout room.
Welcome, Dr. Lam, again.
Okay. Yeah, good to see you guys. I'm going to wander off to another group.
You are
since you guys-
welcome to stay here.
So you have, no, you guys have a private lesson with one of the most wonderful teachers.
Oh, thank you,
don't
Dr.
need
Lam.
me here.
Thank
I'm
you
going-
so much, Dr. Lam. You always encourage me, and I appreciate.
Well, absolutely. Don't you? You're great. And okay, bye.
See you later.
Yes, no, true. Lots more mountains, lakes, everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So, hi, Paul. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. Yes,
Good.
all going well here. So, did you have any questions, anybody, about anything Paul's talking about, or would you just like to do it a couple of times first and then we can talk?
There you go.
Do it.
That would work.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. All right. All righty. So we're going from, sorry, I've got this, this is my seat, which is just, one of those balls. Okay. So we're going from open close. And single leg to the right.
That's beautiful. Really nice to see you. Thanks, Janet.
Okay. Are you going to stay or are you going to go? You're going. Okay. See you in a few minutes. Yeah.
Okay. See you.
Okay. So, did anybody
More practice? What?
No more practice of that turn and the 1, 2, 3 pat.
Okay, that's right. And Cindy, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, I have osteoarthritis of the knees, so some days I'm pretty good, and other days I'm not good at all. So what I was thinking, because when I did, here, and then we do that, I felt wobbly. So when I lift, do the bit where you tap the knee. So can I just have my foot on the ground on days? I mean, is that too much of a modification, or am I still getting my energy flow in that? You know what I mean? Because sometimes days I'm good, and other days I'm really bad.
Yes, no, you have to listen to your body. And I don't know, maybe Paul, maybe Dr. Lam wants to jump in on that, but no, you definitely have to listen to your body. Cindy was saying she has arthritis of the knees. So no, it's perfectly fine. And you were saying if you pick it up at all, you feel a little wobbly. But
some days, I picked it up to tap and I thought, whoa, the other knee was kind of and I'm thinking, can I just tap forward just kind of tap the knee on the ground, or am I not getting the full flow that way? I don't want to modify it too much. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Well, my suggestion is modify more.
Okay.
And just
doubt.
visualize it.
Anything in doubt, you modify. There's no
Okay.
need to take risk. And
Correct.
eventually, if you visualize, your body will get strong enough.
And
And
Dr. Lamb, I hope so.
Sorry?
That brings up a question about the tapping. The tapping itself is not that vital, is it? That's to symbolize what's happening. So
Well,
even if you couldn't reach your knee to tap it.
yeah, you just tap wherever you are, where it's comfortable. But it's meant to be a kick and a.
Right, yes.
Yeah. So
Yes.
that's fine.
I get you, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. You know, I had a student who thought she wouldn't look, she was a retired women's basketball coach. And she said, but I want to look good while I'm doing it. She's 80. And I said, well, what's going to look better if we modify it? And she's 6 foot tall because she was a basketball coach. We'll modify it and you'll have great posture and you'll be doing the form with the modification. Or you're trying to pick up your foot and you fall over and you're wobbling. You tell me which looks better. She said, oh, I get it. I get it. So yeah, modify it. We don't want to take any chances.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Yeah, so let's do that again from waving hands and clouds and modify where you want to and visualize how it looked when Dr. Lamb did it. And waving hands and clouds. I'll be over here. I'll be back on. And we'll start with the open and close. Single whip. Wave hands and clouds. And here's the half. So you're in position for play the lute. Turn and adjust. Get ready. See how it feels. Leg extension. And extend if you want to. One parry, carry and stretch, punch inside you.
Okay, so let me show you again.
Hi, Richard.
Hi, Paul.
How you doing?
We're doing great. We're working on the stepping around. So.
Yeah. Hi, Evie. You have a private lesson. Wow.
Yeah, she does. And it's amazing that we found out that she has a very, very good friend in Memphis who happens to be one of my students.
Wow.
Very, very small world here. Yeah.
Isn't it small world? Yes. Your friend will be envious. You have Richard all to yourself.
So we turn our wrist and step. Now the wrist turns over. Your left step, the left hand is going to go up to the elbow. Stepping with the right is going to slide off. Okay. Oops, I did that backwards, sorry.
So these rounded corners, we are traveling, and also it's just like a curve, like as Dr. Lamb. Hi, Dr. Lamb.
Hi, Sylvia. How are you guys doing?
Yeah.
Great.
We are just revising the points that you mentioned, and this is like a big circle in front of us, and we are just traversing, and then rounded corners of the square. All right. So Dr. Lam, you want to lead because we are going to practice one more round?
Okay, sure.
Okay, thank you. So let's follow Dr. Lam. All of you can see Dr. Lam, right? Yeah.
Is that okay? Can you see me?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Where are we?
Yes. We will do single whip and waving hands.
Okay. Ready, go.
Thank you, Dr. Lam. It was a very good
Oh,
practice.
how's it going? Think good?
Very
Okay.
good.
I'll go see other groups. See you later.
Yeah, thank you, Dr. Lam.
Sure. Thank you for coming. Thank you for doing it.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, so let's practice.
Right hand, make your fist, and then look at where you're going to punch.
And here's Dr. Lam to answer that question.
Hi,
Very
Sarah.
Hello.
Go ahead, Sarah.
So right before we punch down, we come off the right kick, and I believe, do we kind of look back and look, gather the force as we come down, or do we keep looking straight ahead?
Somewhere
After the kick.
somewhere between that, you follow your energy. So you follow where your fist is. Turn to here, the right hand corner. You follow your hands. There.
Okay.
You don't go back. It lost the position because really your force is here. So you can look a little bit away where your hand is, but then your force should be here.
Those of us who are hypermobile,
Yeah.
we tend to go too far. Thank you for the clarification.
Sure, you're welcome. Yeah, yeah.
Well, we're being sent back to the big room.
Yeah, in 53
seconds.
My one of my grandson, he is very hypermobile. It's really amazing. You can tell just since it started, and when you are more mobile, you're more likely to get injury too. So you want to be careful. Yeah. So, yep. Well, that's fun part of us. We're all different.
Sorry, when you're saying saying hypermobile, what do you mean? Overactive or?
No, hyper flexible. They're very
hyper
flexible.
flexible.
The joints are very
yeah,
mobile.
Yeah, I get that. I was a bit confused. Thank you.
Yeah.
I thought that's what Sarah meant earlier, and then I got confused.
I go too far.
Welcome back, everybody. We done a lot. Yes, we done just a little bit, tiny little bit over half. But a lot of concepts, waving hands, open close, and leisurely time code or leisurely time code. They are so great of Zoom styles that we are going to repeat a lot of things. So the next half will be much easier. But I'd like you to spend a little time going through what we did today, think of what we did and what do you feel about it. And if you are tired, then that's okay. Just visualize, feel how this works. And then you'll be all ready for tomorrow. Meanwhile, let's see how everybody go. I think Bill is always number one.
Always number one. Again, great practice. We had a lot of discussion about comparison of some of the moves, especially coming out of the wave hands into the two kicks. That was really good discussion. We just had fun. We played through a couple, 3 times and just really had fun with it. Thanks.
Thank you, Bill.
We had a very good time going over the points Dr. Lamb talked about, the timing of the threading of the forearm in forms 34 and 35. And we focused on the knee for our kicks and the direction of those kicks. And I love it when the participants' light bulbs go off and they get it and they get to feel it in their body. So we had fun.
Thank you, Darcy. That's great.
My poor group are exhausted. I feel as if we were running from one end to the other. We tried to do the transitions between each of the moves and making sure that we were in the position to get the correct angles. And then I made it more complicated by saying, okay, you've got to think about the energy going into your legs and the lightness on the top of your body. We had fun, but it's too short a space. Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Fiona. That's great.
Again, our group, we practiced 2 times and we really enjoyed. And I'm so happy I have some experienced Tai Chi practitioners. We had a good time. Thank you.
Thank you, Hong.
Thank you, Dr. Lam.
Sorry. Okay, this time at the class, we decide to practice more and talk less. It's still concentrating in one issue or another. So it was very good. Of course, they knew the form very well. So really, it was a matter of more practice than anything else. Thank you.
Thank you, Martha.
Yeah, hi, everybody. We had a really great time. Experienced group. We played a little bit with the punch down, turning for the kicks. That sort of took up a significant proportion of our time, I think. Just getting the coordination right. It was good fun. We did it. We ran through it a couple of times from the open close single whip to the end. This end. Yes, it was really good group, really enjoyed it. Thank you, everybody in my group.
Thank you, Janet.
We had a really nice time also, and I love playing Tai Chi with this group. We went through that section a few times, and we concentrated a little bit more on the timing of the 1, 2, knee up, kick, finding that makes it flow better once you kind of pattern it. And a nice visit from Dr. Lamb, and a question came up about osteoarthritis being unpredictable when you're comfortable enough to do leg extensions and when you're not. And I love Dr. Lamb's answer. I have to remember from my own students, we always say modify, and I'm always telling my own students modify for your comfort. But he said, when you're feeling discomfort, you should modify even more, modify more. So I have to remember that, modify more. Don't worry about modifying. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat.
Thank you. Yes, we went through that section a number of times. We spent some time with the single whip and the cloud hands, keeping in mind the nose and navel alignment, so we didn't have head turns, and the pressure, touching down with the foot just before the hand pushes down. So getting the pressure pushing from one position into the next. But a good group, well done, thank you.
Thank you, Pat.
And we got to go through the that section about 3 times, and like Pat Lawson, we spent a lot of time on the turning and the 3 positions and working forward, and we made a lot of progress in that area, and so we had a great time. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard.
Yeah, hi. So we had a great time and we revised all the points that Dr. Lam mentioned during the class. And we had the opportunity to practice with Dr. Lam also during this breakout. And the participants were very well prepared. And we had one question that how can we make our balance better while kicking? So I shared one point which helped me, that looking a little bit far away, looking towards the kicking side and a little bit far away has helped me have better balance. And also from the participant, we got an input about, okay, keeping the posture upright while kicking. That is also true. And yeah, if Dr. Lam has any more inputs for the participants, it would be great. Like how do we improve our balance a little bit more while kicking? Thank you.
Oh, thanks, Sylvia. Yes, well, the first thing is don't take risk. So put your foot on the ground and do lots of practice of kicking this way. Foot still on the ground, and visualize. So that's my thing, like Pat was saying, modify more and use a lot of visualization, and gradually your balance, you'll feel, you'll know your balance gets better using visualization to practice more. And Sylvia's way is really good too. If you're comfortable, you look past, which is what your energy should be, looking past your feet. So that's good, the next stage, but do the modification first. Okay, that's really wonderful. Were there anybody would like to ask any questions before we close this session? Good. Well, that's fantastic. I'm sure my colleagues did a great job, and I must have explained things well enough. So no questions, that's wonderful. So do keep practicing and think about it at least. And I look forward to see you tomorrow. I'm going to officially say goodbye to you, and I'll ask the facilitator to stay just a little while so we can have a little chat. But my team and the facilitators, please stay. And
thank you.
welcome everybody to the second Exploring the Depth of the 73 Forms. 73 is like our stable diet, or almost like a stable pinnacle, where everybody started from Tai Chi for arthritis program, grow into the 73. So we have a lot of depth. And I heard somewhere from several distant resources that Mr. Sung's descendants and students, some of them was very happy with what we're doing, that we really enhancing and spread out the Sung style Tai Chi, because, you know, he's such a genius, and Sung style is just so amazing that I'm sure if he's around, he is so visionary and open-minded. He himself learned Tai Chi after 50. So he would be really smiling on what we're doing, making Tai Chi, helping people spread around the world. And then 1 week, when everybody move on from Tai Chi for arthritis, Sung style, the Sung Phong is one of the most popular one in our annual workshop, one that all the leaders of our visions are really good at 73. So we have a lot of width and depth in 73. I have fun doing it, and it's also interesting and challenging for me. How do I share things that everybody can get something out of it, and how do I share it that it's not too hard and not too challenging and not too easy. But challenge is good for us. Help me to think and work out what's the best way to do things. I'm going to start with any questions from yesterday, from what we did. Anybody like to bring any comments or questions from what we did yesterday? Okay, I take it not yet. That's okay. Later on, we have time to talk too. So yesterday we talked about the history and the characteristic of Sung style, and then we gone through half of the 73. So we will continue to do that, and then of course work in breakout rooms. And I understand some of you are so fortunate you have such a small breakout group that you have really fun private lessons. Okay, so we will of course have the breakout group like before. We're going to start with the third quarter. So please join me. Smile. Standing tall but not tense. Breathing in, chin back. Push against a gentle resistance and slowly bend your neck. And one more time. The second neck exercise. Remember to use your dantian to turn your hands. And be sure to work well within your comfort zone. And each time slowly extend just a little further, but still well within your comfort zone. And one more time each side. Now the shoulder, roll gently once, twice, 3 times, and back once, twice, 3 times. Breathing in, gathering qi, pressing down, breathing out, sink your qi. And the third time. Then moving on, join it with circular movement to the next. Feel the spine stretch. Bend to what's comfortable. Stand up as you stretch. Okay, one more time each side. Use your dantian to turn. And the last turn. Then move on to the next, the hip stretch. Changing feet. And the last stretch. Moving on to the next. Keeping your body upright. Feel the energy stretching both opposite direction. Okay, let's do the last time. Okay, the knee. One more each side. Second knee exercise. Mindful with the weight transference. And then we do the ankle. Change side. And back to the other side. Okay, have a shake. So yesterday we finished here. After here, there. Then we're going to move on. So follow me and I'll stop where we're going to finish this session. here it's important to realize crossing your legs is a high risk. So therefore, we're trying to stay wherever that's comfortable. You don't have to turn that far out. Wherever that's comfortable, and certainly not to bend down anywhere below you when it gets uncomfortable. So that's fine, facing that way. And that's a toe kick, which you can be doing this way, or you can be doing this way. And it's good to do the kick just like before, knee first and then stretch. And then we modify this because this is just so much easier to do instead of swing across, which is high risk. So here, most the move and the energy move are similar to what follow the same rationale as before. Probably the key thing is just be more mindful of doing everything safely, teaching everything safely, and having the steps. Then it's a heel kick. Again, a heel kick can be here. And a blocking and pushing forward energy. And if you understand the methods of spiral force, of course it's everywhere, but this also is a very nice way to just feel the spiral. You might want to do it a bit more, and then later on become more subtle, more internal to here. So we'll go back just from where we are to move to there. One, two, so the leisurely time code here is really the same, just a different position, diagonally. If you remember the 4 different energies, then a single whip again is the same, just a different direction. So the next parting white horse's mane is different. It looks so much like single whip, but it's different. Single whip, you shift your weight forward, and then you're so balanced, your energy is that way. Whereas from here, as you go to the left side, your weight and your energy go to the left, and the right hand goes down. So the force is more on the left, on the side that you move on, rather than the single whip this way. And then likewise, it's the same with the second. Your vision's where the force is, so the parting white horse's mane goes here, and the vision's over there, and then crossing your foot. So the next one is a little tricky to get that right. The stepping is a little tricky, and of course if you get tricked by the trickiness, it's okay, it's in the instructional DVD. But the key is to understand and make it flow, make your energy flow. So from here, parting white horse's mane, second one, and cross open up, step forward, and then step forward. So there's an energy coming down, and a lowering movement is very common in the in all the Tai Chi forms. In Sung style looks so gentle and lovely, but of course the force is moving upwards. And if you just feel that there's this moving upwards force from your dantian up here, and that's fine. But you probably, we don't really talk about martial art application, but the idea of moving upwards is, in the old days, when most people who ever use it are men, and men are much more vulnerable. If you just move your hands up between the legs, so that's what the purpose is, upwards force. Where are we? To here, cross, open up, and that. And then moving on, that would be like the leisurely time code, that your force is going forward, and then leisurely time code here. Okay. So I'm going to go back there and moving on and move on a little bit further, because a lot of this were already done. So I'm going to start with here, Rishi Time Code, and then diagonal single whip. First parting white horse's mane, second parting white horse's mane, your force going forward, and open up, upward forcing, make it continue the flow, and bring the leisurely time code. Then we're going to continue, just do a bit more, waving hands in the crowd. And this is, now it has a proper movement. It's, remember we did early on this, I called it 3.1, that is a transitional move from punching under elbow. Here is the lowering movement. Again, it's the 3.1 where your energy flows here. Your body's really balanced and your weight's in the back. The point of your nose, points the middle finger, points to your toe, are roughly diagonally face each other. And the 3.1, it's one of my favorite moves. It's where body, mind, spirit are together. Original from Xing Yi. Mr. Sung was a Xing Yi expert. But I just feel he bringing things to Tai Chi that make it tight so beautifully. So from here, that's okay. I'm going to go through this from the waving hands to lowering movements, and then it sort of turns your body slightly, let go, and your hands goes down, not too low, just where it's comfortable, and then you have white crane flashing wing. And there is some minor difference in the hand movements, but the Sung style, it's sort of in a way more relaxed. Your hands go up to near your ear, your other hand, instead of here, is down like that. Just a variance. The energy is still the same. Your hands bring up your knee, the forces on the hands and the knee. So here, then the other side. And then you step back, very similar to before. And here you turn the toe in, and as you press down, that's where you sink your chi and put your hand down. And then the other side, looking back, again the same way, pressing down. Your body is still upright, your chi sinks and you're pushing down, allow your energy to pushing down. Redirect incoming force and deliver, breathing out, breathing down. So let me go back from waving hands to waving hands. Follow me. Step back. 3.1. Down. Up. Sinking down, chi down, and same here. So while Fang back in Sung style looks similar to others, I think this is just so powerful that all your weights here, your other foot is in front of the ground. Open up your hand like a Fang back. The only thing here is where you deliver energy. You sing your dantian and you go. Of course, you can exaggerate it to go sing this way. When you get used to the deliver energy, then it's more internal. And then you feel it's like qigong. You know, when your body is right, your posture is right, your chi is right, and then you deliver your chi, your energy expressed through sinking your dantian to your hands, and your hands move 1/4 of an inch. Just feel that force, and as though there's an elasticity between the two hands. This is the dominant hand that go 1/4 inch. This is the other hand that move. Like there's a huge rubber band here, you go, and you get force going both ways. And this is the yang hand, the main force. This is the yin hand to complement and balance. And if you do it nicely, as though you're not moving, then you're pretty right. You can feel it. And if people look at you and they can feel you're doing something, but they don't quite see what you're doing, this would be a right way to execute this movement. It's very internal. And when you express the internal feeling, it's internal. So people if they don't know what you're doing, they don't necessarily know what you actually move, but they can feel you're doing something different because the energy shows or transport to another person. And then this just simply turn to the other side and same way, delivering. So if you go forward, then you don't deliver because your body is not right. All the principles are there. The more subtle, the more simple movement, I think in some way it's more challenging to do it and feel right. So let me go back a little bit from here, from waving hands. Follow step. Sit back. Left hand straight past the right forearm like the other one yesterday, and sinking the hand. Let go. Turn the heel in so that it can go down comfortably. First. Second. Pressing down, sinking your chi. Coming back. Brush past your knee and sink. Okay, I think we did a lot of movements, but there's a lot of similar energy that is just executed in a little more sophisticated way. So that's what I like you to work on in the breakout group, but please follow me to go through what we're going to do from where we started before you go to the breakout group. We were here. Okay, ready? Go. Taking your time, no rush. 1, 2, 3, knee up. So let's have a reasonably long practice session so we can catch up with yesterday as well. Have 18 minutes in your breakout group, and I'll see you back, and I'll come to see your class and see how you're doing.
Push across and down with the left hand. Lift the hands, place the left foot and that fan back. Turn, place the right foot, fan back. We'll just stop there. So is there any part of that that's causing any particular concerns?
No, ma'am.
Hello, Dr. Lamb.
Hi, Pat. How are you?
Well, thank you.
How's your participants?
Well, Gloria and Adrian are good. Sarah has been caught up with a call, I gather, but I'm sure she'll join us as soon as she can.
Okay. Okay. Hi, Adrian. Hi, Gloria.
Hi, Dr. Lim.
Hi, Dr. Lam.
It's good to see you guys.
See you too. Yeah.
I don't have a concern exactly, but I do need to get better at balancing when I'm doing these moves. So if anybody has any ideas, sometimes I'm a little wobbly.
Dr. Lamb, would you like to address that?
I think she looks great.
Well, that time I didn't fall over.
Yeah. Well, whenever you don't feel comfortable, just keep your foot on the ground so that it won't fall over. But you look fine. I can't contribute anything. I think you look good. Sorry.
Okay. Thank you.
I think it does help with your balance if you fix your eyes on something that's not moving. If you let your eyes wander, all of you will wander. So you fix your eyes on something that's not moving and keep your focus there when you're on one leg.
I think that's good. I think I tend to look down too much and I should probably look forward more.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pat. That's wonderful. Okay, I'll see you again.
And everybody was turning so stable. So that looked really good. Any questions on those leg extensions?
Hi, Linda.
No. Hello.
Marianne. Hi, Pat.
Hello. We just went through the whole thing once and now we're going to go through it in sections.
Great. Go ahead. I'll just say hello and then I'll move on to the next group. There's too many groups.
Yes, yes. So let's go to fist by Dantian, right foot is forward. And then we'll keep going after the leg extensions and the turnaround leg. We'll keep going a few more steps and then we'll talk about that part. So begin. Oh, and I started in the wrong. I have to start over here. Sorry. I was used to facing. Okay. Now I have to remember which foot I have. Is that right? Yes, because I was over there when I was following Dr. Lamb. Okay. Oh. And then you're facing the back of your room for open, close, and pause there. So pause at that part. So we did that row. And that a big piece of that is from Tai Chi for arthritis. And we already talked about, yeah, good. That was nice, Anne-Marie. And you don't have to spin, you can step it around, but see how it feels. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's okay, you know, it is okay. It's written with the spin, but you can see how it feels to just step, step. Okay, so we were just talking about the fan back fall and how to talk about expressing the energy in that. So we're just going to do it a couple of times and see how it goes for us.
So you've done this bit here and you're pressing down. So it's lifting the arms, place the foot and expand, sink and expand, and turning. Place the foot, breathing out, sinking the energy and expanding. Do you want to do that again?
Could we do a couple more moves to lead up to that?
Yeah. Why don't we go from the end of the waving hands in the clouds? I'm going this way. So you've got to the end of the waving hands in the clouds and turning. Stepping back and press down. Step back and feel your body, take your arms around, press down. Lift up the arms, place the foot, sink and expand the energy. Did you want to add anything to that, Paul? Got any comments?
No, it's good. It's great. It's nice. Nice watching. I just say hello, everyone. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Gray. Hi, Anastasia. Like the bite behind you.
And the love heart, remember?
And the love out. Yeah, don't forget that one. Yeah. Okay. So let's go from a little bit. Well, why don't we just do the whole sequence again? And again, think about if there's an area that you would like to address. You know, we'll go from there. So starting from whichever way I'm facing. I think I'm facing this way. This way. Okay. And commence. Stepping round.
Step and follow. Bring another laser cut here and come back to the front. You're facing the front now. Open and close. You're gonna do single whip and waving hand to your left. 1.
There near Yellow River. I love them. We just have fun here. Do you like
what were you learning?
Nina's background?
I love it. It's great.
We talked the geography somewhere, and I live near my hometown near Yellow River, and Nina showed us the Maine. So beautiful.
It is. It's
yeah.
great.
Their singing is very good, so we are really relaxed. We practice already. Don't think we just relax. We did.
Why not? You should relax. Sit down and have a drink.
We did practice. We deserve relaxation right now.
Yeah, it's a fun workshop.
I really like the background, the picture there in Maine. I never went there.
We want you to come. And I noticed that, Paul, you put up some beautiful, I think those are your own photographs on your wall.
Yes, I'm going to put the wall on the recordings with those photos and explain where they come from. One is from the Wudong Mountain, the other one from the Chinese village. And so when you get my recording, you'll see the big picture and with my explanation where they come from. People think the brain wall just little sort of make things easy. That's why I put something on it.
Make it more interesting.
Yeah.
Your message to us, I want to thank you for your gift to us before the workshop, tying the stock market to Tai Chi. That was brilliant. That was brilliant. I really enjoyed that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I feel happy to hear that because I put a lot of time and effort preparing to the workshop. And I was just so impressed with, I mean, I don't know Warren Buffett, but I'm so impressed with somebody who's at one stage the world richest man donate all his money for charity. And he seems to be very humble. I heard him saying that he think he just have this talent which would be useless in the old days, in the evolution time, he'll be starving. So he doesn't think he should enjoy that money, he should share with everybody. That's incredible, you know, and he enjoy what he's doing, which is great. But I was more like, I'm not interested in stock, but I was so blown over by the basic truth of life are similar. Like, so I talk about our basic theories and our principles. They really are very simple, but it's so good. Yeah, so thank you for that. I'm so happy you mentioned it.
Simple but elegant.
Yeah, and true. Okay,
Okay,
now I say
Cindy,
hello
since
to
Dr.
you.
Lam here, do you have any question?
Oh,
You know,
okay.
one thing he answered my question about my knees the other day. The other thing I feel like I'm moving too quickly. Every time I do it, like, you know, there'll be 3 people doing it and I'll be the first one to finish. And I have worked so much on slowing it down, but are there any like tips to get myself to slow down?
You are
Absolutely.
more efficiently.
Don't think of slowing down, think of the
Okay.
principle.
Okay.
Feel your chi, feel your movement. You know, like you go to a delicious dinner, you don't just swallow it quickly, but you taste it and take your time. And then
Okay.
you will slow down the right way. Then you have more internal energy.
Okay.
I like this answer.
I do too. I'm like, well, that just makes total sense. Okay. I'm good.
We
know how you
just
go.
talk, the relaxation is the most important. So if you feel comfortable doing faster, why not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
That's another thing I need to work on. Relaxing a little bit more now.
Yeah. Jing your mind and just feel the movement.
Thank you, all of you.
Whoops. Where?
Welcome back, everybody. Let's hear how things going from. You go first, Bill.
How did I ever thought that you would do that, Paul? Yes.
Well, you're always number
Great.
one.
Well, actually, no. It's only because my name begins at the early part of the alphabet. Great practice. We just went through the form of the practice session a couple of times. Little bit of discussion, not too much. Everything was just good practice. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Bill.
Our group had a wonderful practice. We got to go through several times and work on the special section of lowering movement into golden cock standing on one leg and really sinking, relaxing in for stability without stepping way too far, just for that strength and relaxed lifting. And also the fan through the back. So that was very nice practice. Thank you.
Thank you, Darcy.
And we had a very good practice. We simply kept going through the form, but thinking about different themes as we were going. So we started off looking at where the weight was on our feet as we were doing various movements and making sure that was consistent through the form. And then thinking about applying force by using the breath rather than physical effort. It was very good. It meant we were able to do the form a number of times, which was great. Thank you.
That's nice. Using the breath, breathe out, deliver energy. Very nice. Yeah. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Nice to see you again. Our group, we practiced and I noticed that they are very fluently doing Sun 73. I think all because Dr. Lam taught all the stuff and they practiced more. So after practice, we just enjoy the talk about doing faster or slower. And then finally, we realize we agree, all of us, we agree relaxation is the key for Tai Chi. Thank you.
Thank you, Hong. Great.
Oh, God. Hi. In my group also we focus in the delivering force in just 2 movements, but as a group they prefer to go through the form. It was a bit difficult for them to do this part of this session. It was a bit challenging, so we repeat that a lot of time for them to feel more comfortable. So that's all we did.
Thank you. Thanks, Martha.
Yeah, hi everybody, good to see you all. So our group, we went through from beginning, the beginning that we've done this section. Yeah, we then talked a little bit about how to talk to the fan back, you know, and I personally cannot talk about it without doing it. So we did it several times. And hopefully, you know, there was sort of a little bit of, you know, internalization of that. Yes, Paul joined us for a very brief time, but I was too busy talking. Okay, so it was a good group. Thank you.
Thank you, Janet.
We had a nice time going through the form. The group is great. My lovely group is very relaxed with the form. They know it extremely well. So we went through it once just to feel it and connect with it. And then we were working it in sections, talking about different parts of each section. And I guess there was a little bit of focus on foot placement. You know, your feet have to be in the right place to do some of the movements. And a question came up about rooster on one leg and whether we should be, some people outside seem to be turning their dantian when they turn their heel in, but what would be the reason for that? Because when I do it, I said my expression is upward, my expression of the energy is, you know, the arm coming up. So we toss that around, that people do express differently when they execute a form, especially when they're relaxed with it that way. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat.
Oh, thank you. Yes, we went through that section several times. Then we spent some time on that fan back. That can be a troublesome form. And
yes.
I explained that I like to visualize something when I'm doing it. So when I'm doing it, I'm bracing myself for an impact from something big and heavy that's coming towards me. And that helps me to stop the lurch forward, which seems a natural inclination for some people. Yeah, but the group's doing well. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat. That's a nice thought. Richard, go ahead.
Yeah, we had a we had a great practice. We went through this section 3 times. We did stop and work on a couple little details along the way, but we're working with some very experienced people. And so it was a great pleasure, and we're doing really well. Thank you.
Thank you, Richard. I think that's Sylvia, yes.
Yeah, hi. We had a good practice, and there were a few points that we discussed, like when we talk about syncing the energy, not to means bend down too much, but sink more from the dantian. And one important point that we discussed was the placement of the foot, like when the toe, before the golden cock, the toe, if the toe is out, we have to be careful with the knee alignment as well. Is if the toe is out, knee is not aligned with the toe, then I think it's a risk for the knee. So we talked on that. And yes, it was a good practice. Thank you.
Thank you, Sylvia. Okay, that's wonderful. We have 5 minutes rest. You can have a drink or do whatever you like for 5 minutes. You can also stay here, and we can just have some casual chat or smile to each other. Well, going slower actually can be more challenging, and I think it's good that you do as you feel, and if you like a reasonable guide of timing, then I think my video is okay. Follow the speed of that, and the music on the DVDs too are created especially for the 73 phones. So it's sort of have the right rhythm and feel of it, and that would be a good way to follow. But everyone's different, so you might find that suits you to be a little faster or a little slower. I think that's fine. It's good to be mindful of your mind being quiet, be mindful of feeling the movements, and faster and slower it's okay. What suits you, what you're comfortable with.
Excuse me, I have a question. I'm just replying to something in the chat, but I don't know how to send it. I've written it. What do I do to send it?
I think you just usually press the return
Enter
button or the enter button, like just the the usual return button next to the apostrophe on the second row, all the way on the right.
I can't see it.
Sorry. On your keyboard.
On a Mac
your key.
Pro, on
Sorry.
the keyboard, I hit return.
Return.
Oh,
Time to come back. Welcome back, everybody. Gee, we done really well. We did a lot. So I think we should go ahead and complete the set. And then at the end of that, when we, so I'm going to go through the set, and then we're going to do the breakout room. And I'll let you know, I'll remind you again, at the end of the breakout room, when we come back together, we're going to do the whole set together with some musical background. But let me continue where we were. Where were we? Here. We were here. And then here. Okay. Everybody ready? I think the next movement is really, really beautiful. I love this starting. So you turn your toe out, and you show your left palm, and you put the right palm down. It's just very spiral and very beautiful. One, inviting you to join me. One, to gently calm everybody down. Getting ready. And then we're going to do the shuttles in 4 different corners. So let's do the whole thing to the end. Yeah, I didn't warn you. Follow me. Let's do the whole thing to the end, and then I break it down. So from here, Go. Okay, so from here again, lift the foot and gently turn the toe out, and then palm up, palm down, and then step to the left corner. Your left hand comes up like this. So in Sung style, the shuttles are closer to the body where you allow your elbow to sink. And your hands start from here, from the middle, goes to the anterior axillary line, just in front of the armpit. From here to here. That's almost touching your chest to here. So it's close, but it's sort of, you still, when you are close, you still want the joints open, song your joints, so that the energy is blocking and moving forward. So that's really a fun feeling to be close, Sun style closer, and yet still have expand your energy, song your joints. Step to the left and follow step, and then your hands go underneath the elbow to this opposite corner and do the same. Follow step, deliver. And do the same again, little step, and follow step again. And then the last one is different, you go forward. And let's do that again. From here, I'll give my bit more room. Show your left hand, step, follow step. Step, follow step, deliver force. Right foot first, left foot follow step. And the same thing to this corner. And then come back, playing the root, closing force. So the force shuttles 4 different corners of the world. So very, very nice to visit all the corners. So follow me, and then we will move on after that. Deliver. Follow step, block, deliver force. Step, deliver force. And to the last. Forward. Playing the root, and then turn, and turn your palm, and then you cross. So you pat your foot. A lotus kick is like a roundabout kick. Then you kick this way. And it's okay if you go like this. It's the same, just thinking of modification. But if you're comfortable, you can go over here. And your hands go opposite direction. Just like this. Yeah, pat yourself on it. And of course, if you are comfortable, and make sure you're really, really comfortable, you can go over your toe. Yeah, but only if you're very comfortable to do it. This is just as good. Okay. So where are we? From here, carrying the ball, turn, here, peg, and then 1, 2, 3, a little punch, follow step. So we're punching ground, and then you follow step. Okay. So from after the lotus kick, 1, 2, 3, punch. And again, some people do this way, which I don't recommend. Your body should always be upright. It's much safer. You can bend down to what's comfortable. This is fine. This is fine. If you're comfortable, this is fine. But make sure your body's upright and you feel supple and strong. 1, 2, 3. Then step back. Okay, so the sequence here is a little tricky. Saying stepping forward, backwards can be just a little tricky. It's okay. You can follow me, but if you ever get sort of tricked the wrong way, just go follow the instruction DVDs and practice a lot. And then when you get used to, first of all, you step back first, and then everything kind of follow. One of the things I like to mention in here is the energy. From here, the punch with Sung style, you punch like this. And then you make a loop. If you look at me from sideways, the loop is like this. Like diagonal loop, like this pattern. And that is very much throughout the Sung style move, that it's follow the path of the energy in the body. Your energy in the body flow from the Ba Hui acupuncture point down along the midline, underneath between the legs to the back. And it goes, that circle is called microscopic orbit, where the energy goes like this loop. And you find that the loops are all over Sung style right from beginning. And there will be more loops this way. So just doing this. So that's a sort of a puncture. The energy is here, but it's also in the pathway of an energy loop this way. Punching forward this way. And we'll repeat similar things later on. The chi loop that I call. Yeah, so from here, coming back, chi loop, step forward, then step forward again, and then we're ready to see leisurely time code. Then we're going to do open, close, single whip. Follow me from where we started to the single whip, and then I move on through it. Show your hands, the 4 shuttles. 2, 3, follow. Come back. So that's, again, that's 3.1. Mind, body, spirit in one. Half a step forward, cross your hands. Pressing down, up, step, 1 step, 2 step, 3 step, and then we have another lotus kick. And then hands over here. So let me go back a little bit to single whip. 3 points in one. Little step forward, cross, stepping back. Use your dantian to move. And then up. 1 step. 2 step, 3 step, and a lotus kick here. And then here's the tricky part. Your hands go that way, and now you want to open your hands up as though you're going to welcome somebody and look at that side. So after your hands go over, you open up and look at the left side, because that's where you're going next. So the lotus kick here. So this is just a little challenging, and if you're really comfortable and you have done lots of this, then it's okay. You can do a pet here, this hand here, this hand here, and you go. No, this hand here, together. And then, if you can hold it still, don't touch down, and now we touch down. But of course, throughout this, I talk about adaptation. This is totally okay, and then you can just stay down, bring your hands over, getting ready. As long as your energy and chi is there, that will be fine from here. Okay, let me do that one more from here. Open up, looking at that side, and you're ready to push forward with your energy as you move forward. And here, the key here is to start, as soon as you move forward, you start turning your palm to this way, and when your palm reach here, is turn, the last of your turn, and that's where your energy is delivered. So you were here, start turning, and that's where your energy is. From here, turn. Okay, so back from here, lotus kick. And then the loop again, the loop that I talk about, except your hands a little different. It's this way, and it's still the loop, the energy loop, still the chi. Sung style is so qigong-ish, everything. But the punch is this way, heading that way. Okay. So let's start from here. Lotus kick. Palm up, looking at the left side. Hands forward, hands back, and the loop. And then from here, it's like you have a tower, you rings it. So ring the tower, so bring the left hand next to the right forearm. You were like this, ring the tower, bring it to here, and then your hands punch through it, and then come back. So let me do things together from here. The loop, deliver, follow step, and roll the tower, turn the right heel in as it turning back, and then turn the right heel in, turn the left toe in, and then right hand punches over. And then roll your hands, weight back, foot back, hands back. And then as you stand up, your hands goes down. Let me do it in a row so the timing is more accurate. From here, forward, punch, roll the tower, punching forward, turn your palms, weight back, hands down, foot back, and then hands down as you're standing up. Okay, that's the end of 73. It's a lot of forms, but it just flows so beautifully, like a river. The chi flow, the energy flow. It's very, very nice feeling to do 73. I found Sung style was so healing that if I felt unwell or I think I'm catching some sort of virus or cold, which I used to get lots of it, but I hardly get any nowadays. Well, since I did Tai Chi, took me a little while. Then it really shows the difference. My immunity improved so much. I hardly ever catch any virus. And when I feel I'm getting it, I start doing more Sung style, and most of the time you just put it away. So Sung is very, very healing, really, really nice. So we're going to do that in a breakout room, but let's follow me to do this bit, and then we'll go to the breakout room. So, right here. Okay, so please go to your breakout room. We have, let's say, 12 minutes, 15 minutes. Let's do 15 minutes. And then when we come back, we'll do the whole set together.
Story that Dr. Lam is drawn towards a particular kind of tea, and Hung, you're drawn to another tea, and so you have these discussions about your tea.
We are fighting. We were fighting.
I didn't say that. You were communicating, discussing.
You're right. Where you hear this story, the thing is, Dr. Lam like the tea from Fujian province, and I like the tea from Yunnan province. So it just happened. Both of us like the tea. It happened. Both are very expensive.
Of course.
So both of us have good taste. And I come from the Fujian area. So when I was a kid, that's the kind of tea we have. It's a little stronger, more aromatic. And Hong, the Hunan tea is very healing. It's the pu'er is very nice and calm. And like I think we drink both tea, just that there's a flavor. And Hong
I love Dr. Lam's tea as well.
Yeah.
And
Hong
also Dr. Lam also likes the tea I like.
Yeah, she gave me good tea. I didn't return enough.
We share Tai Chi.
Yeah, tea and Tai Chi goes very well. So yeah, next time you come to the workshop, I'll try to make everybody some tea. I did it before.
Tell me, then I can prepare some. I'll bring some.
Okay. And then we have a see which one you prefer, Nina. Hers or mine?
Blank.
Right test.
Blank tasting.
Okay.
Are you talking about, do you talk about herbal teas? Are you talking, or are these, because I drink chamomile tea because it's
not herbal tea, not
Okay.
herbal tea. We talk about the pure natural leaves tea.
Yeah.
No any herb, no any other thing added. It's really natural tea.
Yeah, we like natural things. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, we like natural things. Tai Chi is natural. Yeah. Okay, any questions since Dr. Lam here about the last very interesting part section of the 73? Nina,
Sorry?
you have any question?
I just appreciate the fine details that you shared with us, the energy of the twisting of the towel. That's very helpful in terms of being able to help me move my energy. That was really very nice. The Gothic arch coming down, you know, is that hands, palms still facing each other, but more feeling as if you're a slight Gothic arch kind of feeling?
Yeah.
Dr. Lam, you want to answer this question or you want I answer this question?
Sure.
You go first.
I go first. I think Nina is right. I like what she say. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I love to hear what you say.
Oh, okay. How about Nina? You want I explain it?
Yes, please.
Okay. My opinion, also mostly we are same with Dr. Lam. And first, we like everything relaxed, and as long as no safety issue, and you feel comfortable, that's the principle. That's the key we both like. But other than that, for answering your question, because I know you practice since 73 for a long time. So if add a little bit to that, yes, there is an arch and two hands talk to each other. That's right. That's totally correct for any different kind of forms and styles. But like you demonstrated like this, it's more like between yang style and swing style. And swing style from external say it's more, it's less arch, but internal more arch. And yang, the hands is like Dr. Lam talked, we are like put on there is a curve. Not only that, and two arms, when we put down also there is some arch, but swing style from external say, they are compared to yang style. They are a little bit more straight externally, but inside it's open and it's arch.
Thank you. Thank you. That was very helpful.
Thank you.
All right. Now that you just brought that up, I have one more question for you guys, because I've been playing around. I was fortunate enough to do to be working on Chen 36, and I was in-depth Chen 36 last winter with you, Paul. It was amazing. But I started thinking about the hands, you know, like the round yang hands, the more open Sun hands, and the Chen hands. So the Chen hands, if you were to pick a body part, could you say that it's kind of like grabbing onto somebody's arm, and you come? I don't. This is something. No, it was just a thought.
If from external, the chin hands like the tile on the roof, there is something like that. The tile on the roof.
A curved tile.
They call the 瓦龙掌. Dr. Lam, can you? I don't know how to say it in English. They call the 瓦龙掌. It's like a 瓦 on the roof.
The tiles in the Chinese classical roof, it's sort of have a animal shape like that. So that is the shape of the rooftop. Some with the shape that.
But nowadays we realize the Qing style is the most variable kind of hand shape. Even the four most famous grandmasters, they sometimes you also see their hands more like Yang style, but sometimes they change. So more changeable for the Chen hands.
Yes, it certainly is, because you have to do all those.
Yeah, if you see some even very famous Qing grandmasters tradition from Qing village, they always say, even the nephew and uncles, they always fighting. They say, my hands, my way is right. And another one, the cousin said, no, grandpa taught this way. They always fighting, even inside the village. That's very interesting. So we are okay. And Dr. Lam, what do you say?
We don't fight. Yeah, we're the same.
Yeah, we don't fight.
Yeah. So
we are okay. Everything.
And yeah, I think the principles, you know, have your chi there, and
as long as the principle there,
and be comfortable. That's helpful. Yeah, and yeah. Okay, are you coming to the change tomorrow?
I wish I could. I was going to ask you whether or not you could. I know this is so much work for everybody, not just you, but the whole team. But I was wondering, could you do more of these? I know this is the annual workshop, but it is a lifeline for so many of us during this pandemic to be able to gather with you folks, you know, and do these workshops. I mean, I could take a few. I need to take my mornings off. I had to reschedule work because my time, I'll get done at 11 o'clock. I'll be very, very happily energized. It will be late before I go to sleep. So I rearranged my schedule, but I couldn't rearrange everything this week. So that's why I could only do 2 classes with you.
Understandable.
Sure. And what happened is I'm going to make a recording for the participants, but I also eventually bring the recording up on the website, so you can subscribe it on the online Tai Chi workshop website. And the other thing, the other things I'm going to focus on is I'm going to do stage 1 of different programs, and I'm going to run that. That's what I'm planning to do
this winter,
in between until June.
Until June.
Yeah. So yeah, I love running this, but if it's a similar thing, it will be available online. You can get hold of that later on when you're ready.
Because I want to do the spiral force. I know that I did the spiral force with you last year, but I understand this year it's different because you were using Tai Chi for Energy, another amazing one of your programs, right?
Well, Nina, all those will be available in the Tai Chi workshop, and I will try to remember to write to everybody about it when I send you the record.
Where Dr. Lam writes something, Cindy, do you have any question or comments on the last part of the 73?
Nina was talking about hands, and it made me think about am I using my hands right? Like you're talking about the different shapes. Like, you know, when I'm doing brush knee and stuff, should my hand be my fingers wide, or is my hand supposed to be more just relaxed? Because I'm just thinking, are my hands
I'm
right?
going to leave
I never
Hong
thought
to
about my
that.
hands. So she said
I'm going to
so.
Okay.
go see someone else.
Okay, bye, Dr. Lam.
yeah.
See you later.
Thanks. Thanks, Hong.
Okay.
Thanks, everybody. Bye.
And then another 3 hours to come back for 5 years by train. So that's how addicted I was. Here we have Paul.
She's been traveling to follow Paul.
Yes. Hi, Paul.
Hi, she has been, yeah.
Paul, we practiced the whole set. These two participants are new to the form. They're still learning the sequence. So we practice the whole sequence once.
We're going to do that together in a minute.
Yes, that's why we did it, so they can follow better.
Sure. Okay, I'll see you in nearly 2 minutes.
Okay.
So
is there anything that before you go, Helen or Judy, there is anything you want to ask Paul about the movement, about this?
Well, I don't know if we have. I think I'm probably having trouble with my legs, so I'm probably, when I'm doing it with the tape, I'm learning the movements with my arms. I think I still don't know how to make sure that my neck and my pelvis is in the same relationship if I'm moving too quickly. So probably if I do the motions, I really probably need to do them slower. But because with the tape, maybe I'm learning the arm motions, but I still don't know how to always, and I use the legs to get me where the arms are at this point, because I'm still having trouble with the scoliosis, I think.
Okay, Judy, I think you're saying that you're going to enjoy more practice. I'll see you later in the room.
No, I look forward to more practice. Thank you.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Thank
Bye.
you.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. That's our first one.
Do I open close?
It'll just take me another second. Hang on. Okay, ready. 1, 2, 3. Great. I think we're done.
One more. Just wave. Wave to the, okay. Like Bill.
Okay. You have to keep waving for a second. Hang on. And 1, 2, 3. All right.
Okay, let's do the set together. That was always nice to finish off with the whole set. Let's see how we're going. We start with Bill. Where are you? Here. Can't hear. We lost you, Bill. We can't hear you. No, can't hear you. Okay, all right. He's not going to say bad things, so we'll have Fiona first and see if Bill can find his voice back.
Hi, everyone. We just had a delicious, savory practice time. And at the very last kick, just lifting up the knee and patting the knee gives you that stability to make that scoop by the hip and then do the weight shift. We just had a delicious time. So thank you.
Thank you, Darcy.
Well, I was very pleasantly surprised because my group could do that last section really well. So as with Darcy, we were able to play with different ideas, our forced delivery, our, making sure that we were staying within our structure and things in various places. And it was just wonderful. Well done, everyone.
Thank you, Fiona.
Hello, I think it's my turn right now. We had a great time as Euro, and we talked some from questions about the different hands from different styles, and plus we have really relaxation feeling. We feel really relaxed. Thank you.
Thank you, Hong.
Yes, we also have fun because we knew we're going to do the whole form again. So we practiced the whole form. That was nice.
Thank you, Martha.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about how always at the end, The form's a little bit rubbery because, you know, when you teach it or when you've learned it yourself, you spend a lot of time at the beginning of the form, and you know, sometimes when you get to the second or third last move, you only might spend a few weeks on it. So it's not necessarily firmly entrenched before you start teaching it. So we went over the end bit a bit, talked a little bit about the energy, the spiral energy in that last bit, which in Darcy's words is absolutely delicious. Yeah, so yeah, we had a good time. Thank you to my group.
Thank you, Janet.
We had a nice time together. You know, it was just great to be in a small group with people who are really working on depth in the form. And we shared a lot about expressing it, that you know, you do see other ways of expressing the energy, but it's the basic posture and it's the same principles. And we had fun going through that section and talking. We talked about the powerful qigong in the Fair Lady Weaves the Shuttles, and how you explained it with the palms running up, sliding and across and sliding and across. And that can be very powerful. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat.
Yes, thank you. Well, we went through that last section several times, and I think we spent most of our time on that lovely coordination in Fair Lady Works the Shuttles. And what a subtle move it is, no lifting, just rotation. Yeah, that's really nice. And the group seems quite comfortable with the form. Thank you.
Thank you, Pat.
We had a great session, and we went through that a couple of times, and then we spent a little bit of time on certain areas and just smoothing things out. But everybody was just so well prepared, and so it just made it really, really wonderful. So I appreciate it, and thank you all.
Thank you, Richard. Sylvia, next.
Yeah, hi. We had a very good practice, and we spent a little bit time on the hands. Like we talked about those the energy channels and all the hand movements. So there was some confusion on the sequence. So we practiced the hands, and also like at the end after the punch, so ringing the towel. So we focus more on the hands and the coordination with the footwork. And yeah, we enjoyed a lot. Thank you.
Thank you, Sylvia. Bill, do you found your voice? Do you want to say something?
I'm not sure I can or not. I may be.
Yes, we
I
can
may be
hear you
scared
now.
to start talking. Good, good. Well, we had voice microphone problems, speakerphone problems with my group, but we still had time to have some very quality practice and talk about the minute details of some of the moves. So again, thank you so much for my group. And thank you, Paul, for the workshop.
Well, thank you, Bill. Anybody would like to ask questions, make a comment? Maybe the easiest way, yeah, just unmute yourself, say something, or lift your hands up and yes, Lorraine, go ahead.
It has been a most beautiful feeling practicing Tai Chi with you all. And I'm very fortunate. Both days are beautiful facilitator, most wonderful leaders. I can't thank you all enough. And Richard, Link, and Hannah from Canberra, we made a pact. When we meet again, face to face in Australia, we'll practice soon 73 together. How beautiful is that?
Nice, nice. Well, yes, Lorraine, I can tell you all the facilitators are wonderful. It's not your luck, it's just that it's our luck that we have such great people who volunteer to help. And I think I can speak for the facilitator. It's because you guys are so great, well prepared, enthusiastic. It inspires us as well. It works both ways. Yeah.
I have
Anyone
a
else?
comment.
Yeah, sure, Sarah.
So it really comes through the facilitators, you, the master trainers have put so much time into the practice yourselves that it comes easily to you to speak of the fine details. And so I gained actually a lot of fine detail knowledge for my own practice, but also for how to teach it to my students. And I'm really appreciative of that. And the idea of the deliciousness of a fine meal as the expression of the chi in your movement. I love that because we have a student from Georgia who she really likes fine Southern American cooking. And when we do Fair Lady Hands, she talked about how the gravy just drips out of your hand and down your arm and collects under your elbow. And now everybody in my class is just gravy dripping. And it's a useful analogy. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. That's beautiful.
I do have to
Yeah.
add to that. I really appreciate you keeping the same wonderful format of having you lead us all as a group and then being able to meet and get together with different facilitators. I just really appreciate that. You're all wonderful.
Thank you, Nina. And you know, I have to really second that I'm so fortunate to know so many wonderful colleagues who are willing to donate their time to share. And it's also part of what we do. I think by sharing with everybody, we also gain. If I never teach Tai Chi, my Tai Chi would not be, I would not understand so much. So yeah, it works both ways. And I know you teach a lot, and you'll feel the same thing by teaching. It's just sharing, and by sharing, we all get richer. So thank you for observing that, and I want to second that to thank my colleagues who were so nice to be part of this. Thank you. Yeah. Do we? Well, if you like to say some more, we can continue. But I'm going to officially close this, and I want to first of all thank my workshop team, Ernie, Pat, and Evan, who has put everything together. Also, the team behind you have not met, Hazel, Diane, people in the office. Everybody has contributed. It takes actually a lot of work to put together to make it run so smoothly. That's the logistic part. And I certainly want to mention Dino, who set up the website and have all the website logistics really smooth running. But without my colleagues to facilitate this would be nothing like what it would be. So thank you, all the facilitators, the two pets, Fiona, Janet, Richard, Sylvia, Martha, Darcy, who else did I? Fiona, I already mentioned, I think. What did I miss? So, well, you know, the facilitators, they're wonderful.
I think you
so
might have missed the one who's always first.
Sorry?
I think you might have missed the one who's always first. Did you say Bill?
And Bill. Yes, well, I forgot him. How can I forget number one? Gee. And maybe that's because he's my brother and I keep forgetting my brothers. He was my most photogenic models if you guys have seen Tai Chi for beginners, the book has Bill very prominent, showing how photogenic he is. And it's good to see Linda here too.
Many years ago, Paul.
Well, I don't know. We're different, but doesn't make you less photogenic. I just have to take more photo of you, mate. And so I like to thank everybody to make this so fun and enjoyable, and do keep in touch. I have a few requests that I will do it either in the email to everybody or in the recording. For example, people ask me about the photos. I would show the photos in the recordings and explain what they are. People also ask me to write about the online Tai Chi workshops of other workshops that you can have a copy of that after it's edited, everything's done. And whatever else you want me to do, by all means, just keep in touch. And yeah, we are a big family, but we're also a little family. We're very close. I assure you, every email sent to me through my office or directly to me, I answer them. And I look forward to hear from you, and we're looking forward to work with you again. Meanwhile, keep practicing, enjoying the practice, and see you next time soon.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
Thank
Pat
you
has
very
something to say. Well, you can stay and you can go, but Pat's got to say something. Go ahead.
I did just want to say, Dr. Lam, that on behalf of the workshop team and all the facilitators and helpers and volunteers, we've been talking too. And I just want to say thank you so much for showing the way and for mentoring us and coming up with a new approach to Tai Chi as healthy exercise, because every day, I know I'm not alone. I say thank you prayers of gratitude that I can do what I love with a community of other people who love it too, with your guidance. So thank you for bringing all this out and showing it.
Thank you very much.
That's so sweet. Thank you, Pat. Thank you.
Thank you.
Make me feel so good. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you very much.
I have one final
Everybody.
question. That music was lovely that you put. Is that a sneak preview of what we can expect from Evan and Andrea's next Promise CD?
Yeah, that's right, Nina. That was some rough mixes of our new CD. So we're working really hard on getting more of it done and getting it. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that we can get it done by the June workshop. That's my goal right now.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Evan. It's great.
Okay, I'll say a word too. Thank you again, Dr. Lam. I've said that at the end of each one of our sessions. I really mean it. This one, I was able to play along, and it was wonderful because many of the participants I've studied with at the June conference in USA, and also the master trainers that I hadn't seen from Australia for a few years. And I thoroughly enjoyed it. I'm sure everyone else did. So thank you for that opportunity.
Thank you.
Thanks, Ernie. That's really sweet. And yeah, you really keep everybody, help everybody to get here. We'll be lost without you.
It's my pleasure. And Anne-Marie, it's always good to see you. Oh my goodness, yes. We communicate a lot. Yeah, long distance, the other side of the world.
Yes, exactly. But I really love for online workshops. I love it because for me it would be not possible to go everywhere. There were places for that were online. So for me, perfect. So I can participate.
I love seeing all of you that come to the forums, the monthly forums. Those are very, very well received.
Yes, please.
The next one will be February. Will be next month. It will be here before we know it.
And the topic is about the choir.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Exactly.
So
yeah, I know.
I hope you all come to the forum and bring your friends to the forum. That's one place, good place to keep in touch with everybody. And share.
No. Yeah.
No, I really already have done 2 times the forum and I like it very much, but only I have on Sunday another appointment where I'm active. And for that, I'm really hurry. I really hurry in the early morning the forum and then I must go to the other appointment. But for that, sometimes I miss it, but I like it. And I really want to be in February again because I think it's wonderful. It's wonderful. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everybody. We'll meet again. Keep practicing. Share that energy.
Yes.